Use physical hard disk in VirtualBox. Using VirtualBox, how can I install an OS to a secondary, physical disk and boot it in both, at separate times, VirtualBox, and as a typical secondary OS install?
I made a smug comment, straightforward, when this question was originally posted and found myself at this page some months later looking for the same answer. Straightforward instructions. Today, I managed to boot from physical drives. This achievement required 60 minutes straightforward reading, 30 minutes writing this, 20 minutes trying different options in VirtualBox. Dear reader, your attention is directed at the fact that it is equally straightforward to kill your data when the disk is accessed in this manner. The procedure on how to accomplish this is left as an exercise. Pics. It did happen, smile. One. Create VMDK drives that read from real drives. To create an image that represents an entire physical hard disk, which will not contain any actual data, as this will all be stored on the physical disk, on a Linux host, use the command. You must have read access to the physical disk device file /dev/sda. To accomplish this, you can either change the owner and access rights of the device file or run box manage internal commands creatrov-mdk as root, put sudo before the command. On a Windows host, instead of the above device specification, use for example, /physical drive 0. See enumerating physical drives in Windows section below. On a Mac OS X host, use for example /dev/disk1, and unmount all partitions on disk 1. Two. Assign the VMDK drives to a VM. VM. Settings, Storage, harddisk, SATA, choose existing disk, browse. Three. Set one of the write-through modes. File, Virtual Media Manager, e.g. raw0.vmdk, modify, O, write-through. Repeat for all drives. Three. Reorder boot priority, semi-optional. VM, Settings, System, Boot Order. VM, Settings, Storage, Controller, SATA, for example raw5.vmdk, hard disk, SATA port 0. Relevant chapters, manual. Chapter 9. Advanced Topics. 9.9. Advanced Storage Configuration. 9.9.1. Using a raw host hard disk from a guest. 9.9.1.1. Access to entire physical hard disk. Chapter 5. Virtual Storage. 5.2. Disk Image Files, DD, VMDK, VHD, HDD. 5.3. The Virtual Media Manager. 5.4. Special Image Write Modes. Enumerating physical drives in Windows. You can also get the drive numbers with PowerShell.
The VirtualBox documentation refers to accessing the raw hard disk. This URL to create an image that represents an entire physical hard disk, which will not contain any actual data, as this will all be stored on the physical disk on a Linux host, use the command. This creates the image /path/to/file.vmdk, must be absolute, and all data will be read and written from /dev/sda. To create a special image for raw partition support, which will contain a small amount of data, as already mentioned, on a Linux host, use the command. VirtualBox uses the same partition numbering as your Linux host. As a result, the numbers given in the above example would refer to the first primary partition and the first logical drive in the extended partition, respectively. See the documentation for caveats and Windows-specific instructions.
Just want to elaborate how to do this in Windows 10. Get the physical disk ID. Open PowerShell. Type get disk. Look for your disk, write down the number column value. Clear read-only attributes, credits to Corkman at this URL. Run diskpart, command line utility. Select hard drive carefully using select disk. Disk numbering starts at 0. You can roughly verify your selection with list partition if you know what your partitions should look like, or list disk to see disk sizes. Offline the disk using offline disk. All volumes will disappear from Windows Explorer. Attributes disk clear read-only. Verify with attributes disk. Change VirtualBox service account, credits to Capotomy, this URL. Run services.msc and run. Look for VirtualBox service, change account on Logon tab to administrator. Restart the service. Create VMDK disk. Open command prompt as administrator. Type /program files /oracle /virtualbox /spox manage internal commands create removed file name /vm /kubernetes /linux.vmdk raw disk /physical drive 2. Type /program files /oracle /virtualbox /spox manage modified /vm /kubernetes /linux.vmdk set it right through. Type /program files /oracle /virtualbox /spox manage storage attach Kubernetes storage ectal SATA device 0 port 0 type HDD medium /vm /kubernetes /linux.vmdk. Start your VM.
I was unable to get this working in Windows 10 for the longest time. I kept getting a var_access_denied error when attempting to attach the VMDK. However, I was, finally, able to get this working with a few tricks. Open PowerShell as an administrator. I'm not sure why, but I couldn't get some of the commands to work in an administrator command prompt. Run the following command to create the VMDK. where path /to /physical /disk /file.vmdk is the file that will be created to represent the disk and n is the disk number. Use disk management to obtain this number. Run the following command to attach the VMDK. Where controller is the name of the disk controller you are attaching to, in my case. Run the following command to start the VM.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.